welcome back to my channel. I am Mika Zaniel, and I am back with another video. It has been a while since I made a video, so I decided to get on here and give you all a life update of what I am doing with what I am currently doing and where I stand with the profession of occupational therapy assistant. For those of you all that are new to my channel, I am a licensed occupational therapist assistant. I have been practicing in the field for 2 years now, primarily working in a SNF setting, aka a skilled nursing facility. I do have a bachelor's degree in rehabilitation services that I received in 2016, and I received my associate's degree of occupational therapy assistant in 2020. In previous videos, I mentioned about my desire to venture out and try other settings because I wanted to expand my clinical skills and not just stay primary to one setting. I thought about outpatient, home health, and hospital. I think that's pretty much all of it. Just a quick review of who I am. I do have some notes jotted down to keep me on track because I can get off track easily. So I tried working PRN full-time back in 2021, but that did not work out for me because I only had 2 contracts. I also mentioned that the year 2022 was crazy for me because I was working full-time, but I was not getting full-time hours. My opinion towards therapy, the profession of therapy overall, has changed, and it's not so much with what the profession is about, but it's about the bigger machines. It's just like, is it really about patient care or is it about money? And the more I'm in this setting and working in patient care, it breaks my heart that it's not really about patient care, that it's more money driven. And that's that's one of the reasons why my thought process and opinions and views and all of that above towards the profession and my desire to possibly lead the profession is right now. Those of you who are working as an OTA or an OT or a PT or PTA in the setting of a SNF, you know what goes on in a SNF setting. So my first thought is, okay, I need to change settings. I really need to get into a new setting. I need to leave SNF alone. And I know people in the setting like, well, try a different nursing home. And I work PRN for about 5 different companies. They all are in a SNF setting. So I was like, no. If push come to shove, I would do it or would have done it. But to me, if you work at one SNF, you work at them all. They all are the same. Some are just better than others. So I think I really just need to find a different setting. So I applied to some outpatient jobs. I applied to hospital jobs. And I tried home health. I mentioned before that the hospital setting, they do not pay as good for therapy, but they do have a better work-life balance. I wasn't particularly sold on working in a hospital setting because I did intern one time at a hospital setting when I was in school. I interviewed, didn't get the job. I tried outpatient. They were playing games. They didn't want to pay me the money. And I wasn't gonna go back. I wasn't going to accept a job making less than what I'm making when I'm already working paycheck to paycheck. And during the interview process of trying to get into a different setting, I had come to the conclusion that it is really hard to get into a different setting if you do not already have that work experience in that setting, because people do not want to take the time out to train you for that setting. Yes, I have experience working as an occupational therapy assistant, but what I'm working OTA in a SNF is not the same as an OTA in a hospital or an outpatient setting. Different documentation system, different workflow, and basically outpatient did not want to take the time to train me with the workflow, and they also did not want to pay me. Fast forward to November, I got a phone call to do home health PRN. I also thought about, okay, where do I see myself long term in the field of occupational therapy assistant? And the answer is, which I have mentioned in previous videos, I do not see myself working in the field of OTA long term. I cannot see myself. I cannot, and I do not see myself as a 50-year-old woman working in the profession of OTA. I thought about doing real estate, which I think I mentioned in a previous video. But I still want to do real estate, but I don't want it to be my main job, maybe like a side hustle. So I want to find out what I want to do. I was Googling a lot to see what other OTAs did outside of patient care. Some people just, got lucky and was able to do other things outside of the profession. And I was like, I don't have time to wait around for luck. So I just prayed and prayed and prayed. And I was like, I'm going to go back to school. And what I decided to go back to school for, I'm going to tell you guys in a little bit. But I'm going to do the certification route first. If I do it full time, like straight through, I could be done by December of this year. And then the credits from that certification would transfer over to the master's program if I decide to get my master's in that profession. But I just really was like done with skilled nursing. I'm like, I just can't do it anymore. So I quit. My last day was January 31st. I gave him my 2 weeks. I was like, I want to focus on, I went back to school. I started classes on January 11th for my certification. I am getting my certification in informatics. I was specializing in healthcare. I'm just going to work PRN. I have about 5 or 6 contracts PRN. And I have a reliable car now. And I'm like, I would just drive to where I have to make the money PRN. So far, let me give you a rundown because I know I'm all over the place. I'm in school for certification for informatics. I left my full-time job. I decided to switch to full-time PRN, and I am working PRN in home health, which I am excited, and I cannot wait to come back and give you guys an update to show you all how this new journey for me working PRN is. I used to be, I would say 2022 in previous years, it was always be me like second guessing myself and not sure what I want to do. And I would say I'm going to do something, but then I'm like, oh, I don't know. What should I do? I'm asking other people for their thoughts and their opinions on what I should do for myself. But I was like, I'm going to step out on faith, and I'm just going to stop asking people for their opinions. I'm going to still ask, but I'm going to be confident in my opinions. I'm going to learn to trust God and trust His plans for me, and just be confident in my decisions that I make for myself in 2023. Also, the offer rate for the home health job was, that was good. I feel like I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and keep praying. Like I said, I'm going to come back and give you guys an update with how home health is going for me. But like I said, the rate that they gave me was awesome. I was not going to turn it down. And it's not per hour, it's per visit. That's basically it. And I will be back for another video about home health and what I think about it. So until then, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my video. I'm sorry, I feel like this video is all over the place. I try to stay on track with my thoughts, but sometimes my thoughts just get going, and I'm sorry. If you have any comments about what I mentioned in this video, just comment below, and I'll be sure to get back with you all. Until then, be safe and Happy New Year.